And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, We shall eat our own food and wear our own clothes. Only let us be called by your name to take away our reproach. In that day the branch of Yahudah shall be splendid and esteemed, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for the escaped ones of Yashar'al. And it shall be that he who is left in Sion and he who remains in Yerushalayim is called set apart, everyone who is written among the living Yerushalayim. When Yahudah has washed away the filth of the daughters of Sion and rinsed away the blood of Yerushalayim from her midst, by the Ruach of judgment and by the Ruach of burning, then Yahudah shall create above every dwelling place of Mount Sion and above her assemblies a cloud and smoke by day, and the shining of a flaming fire by night. For over all the esteem shall be a covering, and a booth for shade in the daytime from heat, for a place of refuge, and for a shelter from storm and rain. Yeshayahu, Isaiah 4:1-6. Until the Ruach is poured upon us from on high, and the wilderness shall become garden land, and the garden land be reckoned as a forest. Then right ruling shall dwell in the wilderness, and righteousness remain in the garden land. The work of righteousness shall be peace, and the service of righteousness be rest and safety forever. Yeshayahu, Isaiah 32:15-17. Let the wilderness and the dry place be glad for them, and let the desert rejoice and blossom as the rose. Strengthen the weak hands and make firm the weak knees. Say to those with anxious heart, Be strong, do not fear. See, your Elohim comes with vengeance, with the recompense of Elohim. He is coming to save you. Yeshayahu, Isaiah 35:1-3-4. Comfort, comfort my people, says your Elohim. Speak to the heart of Yerushalayim and cry out to her that her hard service is completed, that her crookedness is pardoned, that she has received from the hand of Yahudah double for all her sins. The voice of one crying in the wilderness, Prepare the way of Yahudah, make straight in the desert a highway for our Elohim. Yeshayahu, Isaiah 40:1-3. As I live, declares the Master, Yahudah, do not I, with a mighty hand, with an outstretched arm, and with wrath poured out, reign over you? And I shall bring you out from the peoples and gather you out of the lands where you are scattered, with a mighty hand and with an outstretched arm and with wrath poured out. And I shall bring you into the wilderness of the peoples and shall enter into judgment with you face to face there. As I entered into judgment with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Mitzrayim, so shall I enter into judgment with you, declares the Master, Yahudah. And I shall make you pass under the rod, and shall bring you into the bond of the covenant, and purge the rebels from among you, and those who transgress against me. From the land where they sojourn, I bring them out, but they shall not come into the land of Yashar'al, and you shall know that I am Yahudah. Ezekiel 20, 33 through 38. Therefore, see, I am alluring her, and shall lead her into the wilderness, and shall speak to her heart. Hosea 2:14. Therefore, as the set-apart Rawak says, today, if you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts as in the rebellion, in the day of trial in the wilderness, where your fathers tried me, proved me, and saw my works 40 years. Therefore I was grieved with that generation, and said, they always go astray in their heart, and they have not known my ways. For we have become partakers of Mashiach, if we hold fast the beginning of our trust firm to the end. While it is said, today, if you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts as in the rebellion. For who, having heard, rebelled? Was it not all who came out of Mitzrayim, led by Moshe? And with whom was he grieved 40 years? Was it not with those who sinned, whose corpses fell in the wilderness? And to whom did he swear that they would not enter into his rest, but to those who did not obey? So we see that they were unable to enter in because of unbelief. Hebrews 3:7-10 and 14-19. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she has a place prepared by Elohim to be nourished there 1,260 days. Hazon, Revelation 12:6. Because you have guarded my word of endurance, I also shall guard you from the hour of trial, which shall come upon all the world, to try those who dwell on the earth. See, I am coming speedily. Hold what you have, that no one take your crown. Hazon, Revelation 3:10 and 11.